Hey guys, Lails here, and today I am starting a playthrough of Moe Era. Now, this game, I was thinking I would try to play it because A, it's free to play and you can't knock free to play, B, there's multiple endings, so I want to see which ending I gravitate towards naturally, and C, there's been some comparisons and some warnings not to compare to Doki Doki Literature Club. So from what I've heard, it has the comparison because of A, the art style, obviously, B, the fact that it has the shroud of a dating sim, and then C, there is supposedly a twist and oddness in it. Now, people have said that it's not a good comparison because Doki Doki obviously has a horror end, and it sounds like this game does not, but it makes you think. So yeah, I really like anime, so I love the art style, and I thought I'd probably really like the story, so let's get this game going. This is probably going to be like I'm a guy, and that's just going to be a terrible name choice, isn't it? It's happened to me before. Whoops! Now I've got your attention. Human attention span is way too short, so let's get straight to the point. You see, Lails, they say that the vast majority of people will never amount to anything. Oh, they do say this. At least some people do. But you're not one of them, right? Yeah, Lails, why don't you tell us? What's your life about? I'm so excited to learn all about it. My, sounds so phony. Phony. Okay. I'm such a horrible actor. Hey, I thought we decided to get straight to the point. Lails, we really need your help. Trust me, it's not a trivial issue. Look, Lails. Oh, I missed something. It appears to be a little too empty, don't you think so? The thing is, we've allegedly lost its content. We have too many lives on our hands. I used the word allegedly on purpose. See, there's another possible explanation for that gaping void. If your life is meaningless, there's nothing to write about. But I'm sure that's not the case with you, right? Okay. Right? Oh. That's an interesting choice that they've done that with two characters, but I don't think they did that with the first. So... Come on! Of course it's not true! Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard if I did her. She looks like Sayori. Or, like, Sayori and Natsuki, like, mixed together. I'm not lying about that. Probably maybe a little bit more Natsuki with her hairstyle, but, like, the hair color, and she makes me think about Sayori. Let's admit it! We're to blame! Luckily, everything can be fixed. You could just tell us what your life is about. But how would we know if you're telling the truth? Instead, I think it's better to observe you for a while. That'll be the best way to fill in the blanks, don't you think? Don't worry, Lails. We won't bother you for too long. Oh, and no alternative realities or time travel. We need you to be the real you. Does this? Okay. That's why we'll conduct the observation in your natural habitat. Oh my. Sounds a bit rude, I admit, but you get the point. Just be yourself, Lails. A few days is all we need to get the story of your life back. I'll do my best to make these days magical, you hear? You're guaranteed to create happy memories that will last a lifetime. Have fun. Just remember, life is about choices. Oh, that's not her. Choices. Okay. Psst, Lails. Can you hear me? Not sure what happened, but I'm kind of stuck here. Come and see for yourself. Here, I'm right here. Oh, the whiteboard, Lails. Okay. Hello, mortal. Or should I keep referring to you by name? Sorry I look like this. Oh, this is a girl. Oh, can't do anything. Well, at least I can change the vibe a bit. Yes, much better now. By the way, I'm a living human girl. Don't believe me? That's the dishes. Fine, I'll prove it. Okay. Yes. See, I walk on my 2 feet just fine. You have no other choice but to admit it. I'm a real human being. Maybe you're confused about my tail and cat ears, though. Oh, here I go. Well, I'm just lucky enough to have things like that. I'm a lucky girl. Do you believe in luck, Lails? Do I believe in luck? I think that there are a lot of really lucky people out there. Like, for example, my roommate in college has so much luck. Like, she would win every time we played, like, a board game or something, almost. She didn't win every single time, but still, she won a lot. I hope you do. Luck is crucial. See, your life is about the choices you make. Guess what? To make a good one, you need luck. Which reminds me, I have plenty of luck to share with you. From now on, every time you stand at the crossroads, just look around and you may see me. Well, maybe not every time. I do need to sleep, you know. Okay. Actually, I feel like taking a nap right now. You're going to have a memorable time this week. Who knows, maybe it's the beginning of a new era. Please enjoy it, okay? Okay, here goes. Okay. It feels like I ended up in some sort of a tilted picture. If I decided to go straight, what's behind that corner in front of me, I wonder. Truth to be told, I'm both curious and scared to check it out. Can't stop the feeling that someone is silently observing me. And why is there a different wallpaper on each wall? I move closer and inspect that weird red arcade machine. Life purpose generator. Oh. Life purpose generator. Whoa, now that's what I call a game. Press X to win. It did it for me. 187. Now it looks more like a slot machine. Whatever. I press the button. 3 numbers. 187. What does it mean? Okay, I'll give it one more try. 424. Doesn't ring any bells. I think all 3 numbers should be the same to win something. Well, a life purpose is worth giving it another go, that's for sure. 002. It gets more and more random over time. 313. 002 313. What is this? One last attempt and I will call it a day. To my greatest surprise, I get 3 in a row, 3 hieroglyphs. If I'm not mistaken, it means Japan in, well, Japanese. Oh, that's interesting. Quite an entertaining slot machine, I must admit. Everything gets blurry. Japan, huh? Rise and shine, Lails! wake-up call can't be this cute! Hey, you! You're finally awake! Hey, Nana. I was curious to see if you're alive. Just curious, not worried. Wait. Okay. Being worried is no fun. That's true. On a second thought, maybe I was curious in a worried type of way. How did you manage to fall asleep in such a weird pose? Was it that difficult to lay on the desk? Who knows? By the way, the dream was so bizarre, I managed to remember it. Hey, tell me, will you? Pretty please? Was there anything Oh. No. About me? Did I appear in your dream? Ah, you're blushing. It's confession time. It was a pure and innocent dream, Nana. Here goes. I'll do a quick recap of what happened in my dream. So I ended up with Japan, and then I woke up. How boring! What's so special about Japan? I mean, we're here right now. Where else could they come up with such a marvelous idea like bringing us all here together? By the way, speaking of marvelous, you must see this! By the way, wait right here. This class has 5 students with very different backgrounds. Yes, 5 students only. In the media, they call it a groundbreaking educational initiative aimed to promote diversity. The class is newly formed, and we're here for 1 year only, so it's more like an exchange program, heavily spiced with the media hype. Anyway, the reason why I'm here is straightforward. I want to make my academic record stand out. The hype around this class makes it a perfect proving ground for my goal. 2 other girls entered the classroom. Okay, what did I do with their voices? I'll try. And then I just binge-watched the whole series overnight. 10 episodes straight? Oh my! I feel like I used that voice already. Okay. Maybe that was for her, because I think it was supposed to be hype. I watched one each morning while having a breakfast. That's 10 times slower than me. That's 10 times more. I got to enjoy it. Hey, check this out! I can't believe my eyes. A gift voucher for 2. And that's at Dorsia? How'd you swing that? Lucky guess, I guess. I'm surprised to see them distributing gift vouchers. Yeah, they said that it's an experiment. Who do you plan to go together with, Nana? Not sure yet, but I need somebody who knows how to have a good time. I think I know a suitable candidate. Ahem, maybe even in this room. I'll keep that in mind. You haven't seen everything, check it out! Kitties! Okay, if you've seen Maria's room, you know that I freak out when I see cats. Because I love cats. Or at least I play through Maria's room. But, oh, jeez. I love cats. Okay. Sorry. So, what a cute kitty. But look at this. Haha, you know nothing about cute cats. The girls put their phones on the desk so each cat could be seen and compared to the others. For me, they're all good, but judging by the looks on the girls' faces, it's not that easy. We need a judge here. I hereby propose Laels to fill this role. Agreed. Approved. Well, which cat is the cutest one around? I can't. Oops, I better come up with a decent enough answer. Should I say that they're all great? No, I think I know a better answer. Let me show you another picture, ladies. I put my phone on the table with my cat on the screen. Really? Okay, they're all cute. I do think I know I would pick one of them if I had to, or like it's between 2, honestly. I don't know which one is which is cat, so. Meh. hereby propose to strip Lales of his position as a judge. Oh, I am supposed to be a boy. Great. Well, I have a kind of deep voice, maybe. If I just talk low. Like, real low. Yeah, okay. Agreed. Approved. There was an attempt. Ready for class, everyone? Honestly, I'm still half asleep. I know how to wake you up. Meditation. Oh, great. Close your eyes. Yeah, like this. Now concentrate. How does she know what they're doing? Because she has her eyes closed. You feel great. You feel refreshed. Feel ready to take on the day. Oh, and more importantly, you need to praise Nana. Oh, hello. Works wonders, right? Jeez, I almost dozed off, Nana. I still have a few more minutes before our class starts, so I decided to go talk to someone. Okay, so Seema's voice is the easiest for me to do and not feel, like, irritated about. I also, okay. Nana has worry. I don't know what to think about Marta. I will go and talk to Seema. Okay. How are you? Good, thanks. She looks at me with her brilliant eyes and then smiles. That's the toughest part of the conversation, right? When you have to say something, but nothing comes to mind. To tell you the truth, I struggle with this just like you. I mean, I could have told you about a dream I saw once, but I don't see dreams. Can't be any better to tell her about the dream I had today. Wow, so exciting. And you say we stood in shining arcs? Yeah, and everything was blinking around you. As if it was a Botticelli or Leonardo da Vinci painting. Okay, yes, I like things that she's talking about. If you haven't seen their masterpiece, go and take a look. Mesmerizing. If your dream was true, it'd be so entertaining. Each day would be more and more exciting. Shame it's not going to happen. I mean, it's unlikely that studies will be included in these 4 days, and you're here. On the other hand, I enjoy studying, so who knows? No, after all, your dream can't be true. Why do you think so? Think about it. How is it possible to change anything in just 4 days? By the way, it's very easy to test whether or not you're sleeping. Like, in a dream, it's not possible to think of it as a dream? What? No, of course not. It's much easier. Like this. Seema pinches me. Yeah, I don't like pinching. Ouch. See? In a dream, you're unlikely to feel anything. Good morning. Don't think it was convincing enough. I need to pinch you as I'm afraid we don't know each other well enough to do this. You pinched me. That is not fair. Oh, she's supposed to be the teacher. Oh, what did I do for her? You may sit down. I don't know. I'll try to give her more adult voice. Forming a close bond with your teacher for a risk-free, high-trust environment. That was advertised as a vital part of our experience here. Oh, that's... Maybe that's why Taya teaches us every subject except for physical education. Not sure how it's possible she's the real MVP. I mean, elementary school teachers teach like every subject, in the US at least. I don't know about anywhere else. They don't usually teach PE though. And they sometimes don't teach like art and music stuff. I was in a private school, so my teachers, well, not every private school is like that. In elementary school, the private school I went to was like really small, so our teachers did teach literally about every subject. Anyways. Okay, everyone, time for our literature class. Remember, no poetry allowed. What? I like poetry. Oh, I almost forgot to check the attendance. I happen to know someone who's running late again. Huff. So sorry for being late. Can I go in? My, look who's here. Isn't this our most punctual student, Ermi? What's your reason for being late today? I mean, it's only your third time this week. That is a lot. Well, let me guess, you overslept again, didn't you? Well, it's because I spent all night studying. I want to believe. Fine, Ermi, please take your seat and don't be late again. Was that a typo? Like, I would think it's I want to believe you. Makes her sound like a robot, which I don't know. Okay, class. I guess it'd be silly to ask if you like reading. You're smart enough to enjoy borrowing someone's mind for free. What? Right? Okay, so, because I know that they basically were saying at the beginning that they have, like, and now the music is fading in my headphones. That is so odd. Is it? Okay, it's coming back. Okay. Okay. So okay, so like I'm trying to figure, so they're having a, like, I guess they have access to your story, so like she's still talking freely about it even though it's supposed to kind of be like you don't know, but she's still hinting about it. This music is nice. That was out of nowhere, but I like the music. Okay. Right? Okay. Hi. Maybe it's worth asking after all. Do you like reading? Let me remind you not to raise your hands, just talk out loud. We're all friends here, remember? I enjoy reading. I decide to answer next. I like reading. I like reading, yeah.
Reading is overrated. Some books are just way too old.
Oh, those are the best ones. I'm a Jane Austen fan, so I guess, like, I'm also biased.
Old things are outdated and useless, you know.
That is not true.
What about old friends, Nana? Sorry, not old enough to have them. Also, the stories are so predictable. Like when it's a murder case. Let me guess, the butler did it.
Come on, you can always find that one book which is different, Nana.
Exactly, 1 in a million.
90% of everything is crud. It's the Sturgeon's Law.
Well, all jokes aside, people have too much to deal with in everyday life. There's nothing wrong with reading a simple yet fascinating book to unwind.
I like reading, but I wish it could be more visual.
Yeah, it often takes so long to put an emphasis on something. With visuals, it's so much easier to do.
Oh. I don't like how close she got.
To do this? Hey, don't look at me. I said stop looking. What? Oh, right, you can't. I'm your emphasis now.
Please go back. Spoken like a true visual connoisseur. You're a lot more mature than you look, aren't you, Nana?
I like my coffee black, thank you.
I don't. I wonder if you have any favorite books at all.
I do.
Now, it's the perfect time to learn about this, Seema. You all had to prepare a short speech about your favorite book. No plot recaps either, interesting facts and thoughts only. We have enough time to cover 2 books today. Now, yesterday you submitted your favorite titles. I narrowed the list down to 3 books. That's the best I could do. All 3 are masterpieces, and I'm no good at making choices. Laels, why don't you help me? Make it to the short list. Here's the short list, Laels. Take a look at it. Of course, you've read all these books, right? The Catcher in the Rye is a story by J.D. Salinger, published as a novel in 1951. The main hero's name is Holden Caulfield, age 16. Holden's been expelled from his school due to poor performance. Countless adventures await Holden on his way home. He deals with issues like alienation, superficiality, and many more. I've heard of The Catcher in the Rye, but I've never read it. The Catcher in the Rye is considered as one of the best coming-of-age stories. Crime and Punishment, I've heard about this one too, is a novel by Fyodor Dostoevsky, first published in 1866. It focuses on the mental anguish and moral dilemmas of Rodion Raskolnikov, a broke ex-student. Rodion creates a plan to kill a pawnbroker to obtain her money. But things don't go too smoothly after he performs the act. Rodion finds himself in moral agony, disgusted with what he has done. Winnie the Pooh! Yes! Okay. I have read, one of the Winnie the Pooh books that A.A. Milne did. So, Alan Milne, yeah. My grandma also used to read me Winnie the Pooh books from this, treasury that she had when I was little, so I inherited that when she moved out of her house with my aunts. But I love Winnie the Pooh. Okay. Winnie the Pooh is a short story collection written by Alan Milne, first published in 1926. The book portrays the adventures of a boy named Christopher Robin and his teddy bear called Winnie the Pooh, together with many other characters. I am Eeyore, by the way. These are simple, fun, and innocent tales, something that resembles friendship and childhood for all of us. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Laels, time to make a choice. Oh, okay. I love Winnie the Pooh and I've read it, but okay, so if I'm being honest, a lot of the books I read today, I'll read Winnie the Pooh for, nostalgia purposes if I were to reread it, / if I ever, have kids someday, I'd probably read them Winnie the Pooh because I enjoy Winnie the Pooh. But if I'm being honest, a lot of the books I like to read are either historical fiction or they have some type of, huge narrative discussion, so I'm really tempted to go with Crime and Punishment because that, it has a lot of commentary, I think, about morality in there, and that's one I would like to read at some point. The Catcher in the Rye I'd also like to read, but I don't know that it's as interesting, so maybe I'll go with Crime and Punishment or Winnie the Pooh, one of the two. What do I do? Well, I've read Winnie the Pooh, so should I do that? Let's do, because this is gonna matter. Oh goodness, I don't want to take too long to make a choice. I could always replay if I really wanted to. I don't know. Let's see what Crime and Punishment does. Why don't we pick Crime and Punishment? It's a favorite book of mine. Oh. Okay, I'm honestly liking her out of all the characters so far because I think I relate to her better, and I know I've said this already, but I think I do. Oh. It helps me to divide people into 2 big groups.
They're really huge. Oh. Imagine you want to learn more about the person you just met. It can take quite some time, especially if you don't meet too often. But there's a shortcut. Just ask that person if they prefer Dostoevsky to Leo Tolstoy. You see, Tolstoy portrays the world where horrible things happen to ordinary people. Dostoevsky portrays the world where ordinary people do horrible things. Similar topics, entirely different approach. That's why people who prefer one author to another might have a lot in common. Seema, do you prefer ordinary people doing horrible things? I admire strong, burning emotions inside people, that's all. Maybe because I'm not that much of an emotional person myself.
Okay, I don't relate to that, but I also, I understand the sentiment though, because I love reading things where there's strong emotional outbursts and passion in people for ambition for different things. Part of why I like reading historical fiction, because it focuses on rulers or people who had a lot of ambition. And I think it's because I think I've always had a lot of ambition, and I'm also heavily emotional, so I like reading stories where people like that can succeed, because I feel like our society tells us that they can't sometimes, or at least in my personal scope. And I do come across maybe as not being very emotional because I'm so heavily introverted, and I don't know. I show my emotions very much outwardly, but I don't think a lot of people notice it because I'm so introverted. So I just come across as very unemotional, I think, to some people. But anyways, so I think that's why I'm relating to her, because outwardly there's a lot of things that I'm yes, that's me, but that type of sentiment, no.
In my opinion, Tolstoy's characters are much more believable. Trust me, Dostoevsky got to know a lot about people. Not only did he work as a journalist and traveled a lot, he also spent 4 years in a prison camp. I can't stop thinking that Rodian's problems are created by himself. What stopped him from, say, getting a good job? If I were a pawnbroker, I'd ask him to go be poor somewhere else.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, Nana, I see you've read the book, but not carefully enough. Rodian hates not only the fact that he has little, but also that a mere pawnbroker has more than him, an able young man. Rodian wanted the right to judge the value of human life. The problem of inequality, right? Something that communism tackles.
Communism tackles, but also makes things worse, if we're gonna be honest about some other aspects. And I don't know that this is the time to talk about that.
Class, let's stay away from politics. They are detrimental to your health. That can be true. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts. Both Tolstoy and Dostoevsky are, without a great doubt, great authors and great minds. Maybe you can divide people into Dostoevsky and Tolstoy groups, but please don't base your opinion solely on that, okay?
That is a good thought, yeah.
Okay, class, how about we take a short break? Don't want to dive into the second book straight away. Honestly, there's another reason. Please keep this between us, alright? Yesterday, I got a present from my friend, and it's so awesome. Look, it's a music box.
That is really cool. I studied music in college, so that makes me happy. Do I? That's fine. Alright, let's move on. I do like that music box, that makes me happy. Okay, so now I'll talk about Winnie the Pooh. Yeah. Why don't we pick Winnie the Pooh? Yes.
Yay, my favorite! It's the best book!
Are you kidding? Sure. For kids.
Marta, trust me, you're only scratching the surface. Every character in this book represents a mental disorder.
That is actually like a theory. That is true. Or, I guess I should say, we don't know if that was Milna's goal, but you can like say that that is a theory because there's a lot of truth. Like, yeah. I didn't expect anything less of you.
Can't you see the gap? The gap in what they usually say about this book. Actually, it's a story about a boy who's very, very lonely. So lonely that his friends are all imaginary. Although it's okay to imagine things as a child, this is a special case. All characters are manifested depending on Christopher Robin's mood, schizophrenia. Rabbit and Winnie the Pooh, both are likely to have obsessive-compulsive disorder. Eeyore, his bleak outlook on life could be indicative of depressive disorder. Piglet's constant state of worry could mean generalized anxiety disorder. And Tigger might have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. I enjoy books with hidden messages.
I understand that. Nana, I think you're complicating things here. I'm amused how you turned a story about friendship into a dark and gloomy tale.
You'll get it when you grow up.
I wonder which character you most identify with, Nana. Nana is our Tigger.
Who are you calling a Tigger? And look who's talking, Miss Rabbit.
Okay, what about Seema?
Piglet?
The only Piglet here is you, Nana. Maybe I'm too boring to properly represent a character after all. And who's our Christopher Robin? Marta, it's inappropriate to joke about schizophrenia.
You know, I once heard that every fourth person has it. So lucky it's not me.
Me neither. Same here. Okay, class, let's take it easy, shall we? It's up to you to decide what to see in Winnie the Pooh, cuddly animals, or mental illness. By the way, Nana, didn't you say anything about the author, Alan Milne? Time often keeps the masterpiece, but omits the name of its author. Okay, class. If you have any questions, now's the time. What's your favorite book? My favorite book, you say, is The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I think I've heard of that author, but I don't think I've read that. Like, I've never read that book. Hey, you forgot about me. Let me tell you about my favorite book. It's So Said Zarathustra by Nietzsche. Okay. Nietzsche is interesting. Way to go. You managed to spell the name wrong. Also, what's so smart about it? Actually, it's considered to be one of the deepest books in the universe. By whom, I wonder? The internet. See, this book says that animals, nature, everything is connected in this world. To evolve, we must think about complicated things and all.
Ermi, you got it all wrong.
Then tell me what it's about.
We should become the Ubermensch to have some fun.
Ha, that's pretty close. Shortly after the class ends, Taya leaves the class and stands near the door. Thanks for the lesson. Oh, Laels, you're welcome. Glad to see you liked it. And do you like to teach us here? You're special, in a good sense of this word. It's important for me that you guys have your own opinion. Where did you work before?
Oh my, too many places to remember.
Is it new for you to teach almost all subjects at once?
Yeah, they say it's an experiment, you know. However, it's true that I know a lot of subjects quite well.
I take it you've worked as a teacher for a long time.
Look at him. Are you going to ask me how old I am next?
No, of course not. However, I don't even know your home country.
How come? Oh, that means you haven't even read my profile in the booklet.
Actually, I lost it somewhere.
I'm from Europe. But that's about all I'm going to uncover. Women are mysterious, you see. I have to run. See you.
We have after-school activities, and I'm on my way to the club room. Members are Nana, Seema, Marta, and I. We can't take anyone from other classes because it'd harm the experience. We were about to get going when Ermi approached us.
Ladies, you're looking great tonight. Thanks, Ermi. Is there anything you wanted to ask?
Why don't you let me in? I promise I'd be a good member.
Ermi, we just talk about silly things there. Silly things? We're going to discuss food today.
I happen to be an expert on this subject. Just kidding, I know you'll never let me in. Lales, can I have your attention for a moment? Look, I need your help. Keep it between us, alright? Recently, I've been making a computer game. I made a demo version, so I need someone to play it. Feedback is key to improvement. Alright, you can count on me. He gives me a flash drive and leaves. Feels so comfy in our club room. This place is pretty old, so I bet it's witnessed a lot. I wonder what happened to members of the clubs from before. Where are these people now? Are they happy? 1 minute. Okay. So, I think this is like far more than enough for today. So I will be saving this and continuing it next week to go up on a Friday. So I will see you guys in the next video. In the meantime, should be some type of Sims video coming up, and hope y'all are having a great day wherever you are. So yeah, bye everyone.